Have you ever wanted to know how to navigate your tech career as a woman? What obstacles could you run into, and how can you overcome them? In this video, Heather Black is providing tips on how women can better navigate their Salesforce technical careers. Welcome! It's Rachel and Jessica from 100 Days at Trailhead, the place where the tech community comes to learn Salesforce, learn tech, get inspired, have fun, and invest in ourselves. Whether you are brand new to learning Salesforce and starting from the beginning, or mid-career and skilling up for that new opportunity, we are your trail guides here to support you with an itinerary to help you get where you're going. You are in the right place. If you are new to our channel, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can be notified when we release a new video. In the description below, you can find links on everything we mention in this video, in addition to links we find helpful like books that have helped us and our friends along our tech and Salesforce journeys. To find other helpful Salesforce and tech content, visit our blog at 100daysoftrailhead.com. In this video, Heather Black is discussing tips for women navigating a career in tech, which will assist you predicting potential obstacles and techniques you can use to navigate your career in tech. Heather empowers people, nonprofits, and businesses with Salesforce CRM technology and talent. She is an experienced motivational speaker, certified NLP coach, trainer, and 8-time certified Salesforce consultant. Your quest, should you choose to take it, is to journey with us through the adventure of learning how to navigate your career as a woman in tech. Your quest begins now.
Hi everyone, great to be here today and to share with you some of my top tips about surviving and thriving as a woman in tech. So I'm going to go through 4 key areas that I think you can really look at to invest in yourself, build your confidence, build your self-esteem, and really help accelerate your Salesforce career as well as get more balance in your life overall. So the 4 things that I'm going to go into today is around maintaining positivity and confidence, gaining focus and clarity, building your career profile and progression, and maintaining boundaries and balance. The main thing I'm going to say on the right hand side is you've got this. So don't get overwhelmed by all of these ideas. Get your pad, get your pen, write down the ideas and put big stars against ones that would really resonate and make a difference for you right now. There's loads of ideas in this little short video, but there's some that you can really take away, think about, watch a replay, and kind of really put into practice. So don't get overwhelmed, get focused. That's what I'm going to tell you to take away. So just as a quick introduction, so I'm Heather Black. I trained as an NLP coach back in 2005 and actually ran a coaching company, empowering young people to develop their careers and their businesses for a good part of 7 years. And whilst I was running that company, that's when I started using Salesforce. We had over 10,000 young people come through our doors, and I used Salesforce to manage all of our delivery with those young professionals. And that's what got me into a Salesforce career. So I really loved using the system. It helped really grow my business. And due to market conditions, I ended up changing and having to rethink my career, which is when I became a Salesforce consultant. So back in 2012, I retrained, became an independent Salesforce consultant, and then grew a Salesforce consultancy around me. And I now have a team of 20 on the Salesforce consultancy side called Economic Change. And I also have Supermums, which is my training and recruitment business. And I have a team of 10 on that as well. And with that, we upskill professionals and budding Salesforce professionals in admin, consultancy skills, marketing cloud skills, and empower them to then go and get jobs within the ecosystem and develop their potential. So I love working in Salesforce. I love the coaching mentality, building people up, helping them do well at their careers. I've really combined a lot of my passions now in the companies that I run and the team that I work with. So hopefully what I'm sharing with you today has come from years of experience of working in this space. And if you want to find out more about Supermums, which is our coaching and training company, then please do visit supermums.org. We love to hear from people that want to volunteer with us, that want to train with us, want to support us through recruitment and sponsorship. So please do find out more about Supermums if you're interested at supermums.org. So let's delve into these 4 pillars. So the first is maintaining positivity. Now, there's some emotional life cycles that we'll go through, and I'm not going to dig into these on this short video, but they're ones to really look up and think about. So you've got to put life into context. We're not going to be positive all the time, but it's knowing when you're going through an emotional cycle is really good. It's about having that emotional intelligence. So the things that I talk a lot about is around the Team Tuckman model, the learning life cycle, the Kubler-Ross grief cycle, and also mindset. And they're not an exhaustive list, but they're things that you will find yourself in, you'll see other people in, particularly on Salesforce projects as well. And it's just good to know where people are at. And it's what you choose to do when you're in these emotional cycles, because if you can identify it and know where you're at, then you can consciously make that choice to move towards positivity. And in order for you to do that, there's some things that you can put into place. So the first is think about positive affirmations, like find some positive affirmations that really resonate with you and have them around the house, have them on your phone, make them in your conscious and say them to yourselves 3 times a day and really start to believe in what they're telling you. So find some positive affirmations. The second is find some positive anchors. So positive anchors, it's about something you wear that is dear to you, makes you happy. It's about remembering memories that are really powerful and are really happy memories that you can resurface at the times that you need them to bring that emotional energy back into your life. So it might be you're nervous about an interview, it might be you're facing a difficult conversation. But if you have these positive anchors, which are effectively memories that you can resurface as you need, you can change your emotional state. The third is positive communication. So we do a lot more work on this on some of our courses, but thinking about how you communicate, your body language, your power words and energetic words, be conscious about how you're communicating, because again, that will influence how people communicate back to you. And the fourth is about surrounding yourself with positive relationships. So make sure that you are part of a tribe. It's one of the reasons I grew Supermums, and we've got a great Facebook community where people support, lift each other up, celebrate each other's achievements, and that really lifts each other up. And before I set up Supermums, I hadn't really found that tribe that I felt I could be part of online. I couldn't quite often get to user groups because I had young kids. So really it was about building an online community that felt engaged. So find a tribe that suits you. So they're the 4 things around positive mindset. The second is to get clarity and focus about what is really important to you. Because you want to make things happen for you, but unless you're clear on what you want to make happen, then you won't have a goal to work towards. So there's some exercises that we encourage our trainees to do. The first is a values exercise. Get really clear on what your values are and think about how you're living them out each day. The second exercise we get our trainees to do is to do a wheel of life. And this is about reflecting on all the different areas of your life, be it career, relationships, children, financials, and just really evaluating how satisfied you are on a scale of 0 to 10 in those different areas. And then thinking about, okay, well, I've marked myself a 6, but what would a 10 look like? And how important is that to you? And that can really help you knuckle down on what your priorities are right now. What is it that you are unsatisfied about? What is it that is really sticking out as the areas that you need to address? So there are a couple of exercises that we encourage you to do to get clear on, what is it you need to drive forward? And then you can develop your goal framework. And we use the GROW model here. And the GROW stands for goals, reality, options, and will do. So get clear on your goals, then figure out and reflect on what is your reality right now, what are your options to move forward, and then what will you commit to do, and start working towards that. And one of the things that I'd say is important here is, what is your motivation? You need to be really clear on what is your motivation and reason to move forward. Otherwise, it's unlikely that you will move forward. And how to keep yourself accountable. So you can do all of this, tuck it away in a drawer, and then forget all about it. So one of the ways we encourage you to do this is to do a journal. Write down each evening, reflect back on your values. Have I lived up my values? Have I worked towards my goals today? Remind yourself what your values and goals are. And also say what you're thankful for. So having that daily time where you just reflect on how you've progressed, what you've worked towards, is really important. So that's about creating a plan for success. Now, when we're starting talking about raising your profile, this is about thinking about you and your career potential. And we want you to be really proud of what you've achieved and where you're going, and to share that success with others. And we encourage our trainees to do from this right from the get-go of actually qualifying as a Salesforce admin, like posting on LinkedIn and telling people about it, tagging people, thanking people. Be proud of what you've achieved right from the start, and start sharing those stories and experiences with others. And start to sort of, as I say, raise your profile, build your self-esteem, and sort of move forward. So this is relevant for wherever you are in your career journey with Salesforce. So some of the things you can do here to sort of start raising your profile. The first is to think about your passions and ambitions. What are you really passionate about? It might be a certain product, it might be a certain industry, it might be about quality. Is it something personal to you? Like, where is your niche in the Salesforce ecosystem, or more widely reflected to their values? Because they obviously talk about things more widely. Like Supermums is something I set up because I wanted to support more women into the Salesforce world. So that we aligned with that. But in my day job, around consultancy, we very much work with non-profits. So I do a lot of talking about non-profits using Salesforce as well. So I tend to have two different things that I talk about. Once you've decided on what you want to talk about, then you can decide on your favorite medium. So I've got lots of different opportunities here. So you might be somebody that enjoys podcasts or speaking or writing blogs. Find a medium that resonates with you. But you can start off just by building your social media profile, and that could be on Twitter or LinkedIn. You could speak at internal events, maybe within your companies, and starting to build your profile that way before perhaps putting yourself on a stage in front of other Salesforce professionals. Like, go to a pace that suits you, but don't be scared to push yourself out. Like some people who are renowned in the ecosystem, like Gemma Lazard of Ladies Be Architect. She wrote her first blog article just summarising what she found out and reflections from doing the exam and passing a certification, and wanted to share that with other people taking the exam. If you're working towards Salesforce certs, you could do that too. There's nothing stopping you building a blog and building a tribe around something you're interested in. And don't forget to ask people for feedback. Get the recognition. If people have commented on a blog you've written, or you've done a presentation, ask them to connect with you, ask them to give you feedback, ask them for a recommendation on LinkedIn. So appreciate that attribution, because it will build your self-esteem. And all of this will help you pursue your goals. So it will help you with your growth of your business or your contracting business. It will help you with your career progression. It will help you with your salary progression, and it will build your self-esteem and confidence too. And the more that you build your profile, the more that actually will inspire and help others. So this isn't always about you and your personal sort of financial bottom line, but this can be just about thinking about how you can help others in the ecosystem. And I think that's something that's so special about the Salesforce Ohana. And it's what I'm doing now. It's all about giving back and sharing and helping lift other people up. And the final thing is about maintaining boundaries and balance. So there's loads to do. There's loads of things you can always do. There's never-ending to-do list sort of thing. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is not actually having a to-do list, but if there's something that you need to do, make sure it gets scheduled in your diary, or else it will probably never get done. So have a way of managing your time. Set a routine. Make sure you've got time for meetings. Make sure you've got time for your own time at your desk to get stuff done. Box out time, protect your time, and use tools such as Calendly, which my team really enjoy using now, which gives people the power to book in time slots with you. It's like a virtual PA. But it allows you to open up slots of time available rather than having to book via your Outlook. So it really allows you to kind of box availability and manage it. So very much with me, every quarter, I rethink my diary. I keep things that are working, obviously, but if things aren't working, I box out time for things like CPD, for writing content, and then arrange other times for meetings, and very much have routine times. and think about what you really enjoy and what you don't enjoy. So think about how you can improve teamwork, what you can delegate, potentially move job roles. If you're doing bits of a job that you don't really enjoy, how can you perhaps let go of some of those areas and move into a different role? And continue to communicate. It's really important that you think, well, is it something I don't enjoy? Is it something I need more training in? Like, what is bothering me about these things? And start working to be in a better place for yourself. And one of the aspects I'll talk about here is, do get help. I've invested an awful lot in different professional training. Like, I enjoy paying for Salesforce training. I enjoy paying for training around raising my profile, learning how to do podcasts, learning how to, sort of get videos better, speak better. I'm very much a believer in I pay experts to teach me how to be better at what I do. So invest in yourself, get help, seek mentors, seek coaches, take up training. Like, don't be scared of doing that, because that will accelerate your success. And focus on what is important to you ultimately. Get the right balance in your life. Find the career, find the time slots that matter for you. Get the flexibility you want, and make sure that you're living out your best life with your family, spending time for yourself as well. That's really important. And living out the career and developing your career that you want. Typically in the Salesforce ecosystem, people jump jobs every 2 years. I've done that myself, even in my own company. I've gone from being an admin to a consultant, to being the BA, to being the salesperson, to the marketing person. And I've enjoyed that, but actually I've moved because things have shifted for me, like in terms of kids, my availability, what I'm enjoying, what I'm not enjoying. I can do it all, and that's great to have that spread of knowledge, but don't be scared about moving and continuing to progress, because that's where the Salesforce ecosystem really gives you that breadth of career opportunities that you can walk into. So overall, achieve the balance that you want. And overall, if you kind of focus on all of these different aspects around positive mindset, finding your passion, visualizing success, believing it's possible, and taking action, you will achieve mindset change. So good luck with all of that. If you want to get ongoing doses of inspiration from us, then please do subscribe and review the podcast that we've got, Mums on Cloud 9. We share top tips every week on our podcast show, so it's a good way of doing that. We also have a weekly newsletter that goes out from our website at supermums.org, so you can subscribe via our website for that. And that gives top tips each week around a specific topic around developing your career within the Salesforce ecosystem. So thank you for listening, and good luck with your Salesforce career, and look forward to speaking to you again soon on the podcast or in our Supermums community. And thank you for listening.
Tip number 5. In order to advance your career and get inspiration along your tech journey, buy this book called Women in Tech, Take Your Career to the Next Level with Practical Advice and Inspiring Stories by Tara Wheeler. We will post the link below. Also, pick out an idea to take your career to the next level from the book and tell us what you've chosen in the comments below. And with that, we're at the end. Have you found yourself in situations that Heather described? What tip did you find most helpful? What other topics would you like us to cover on this channel? Comment below. We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you've made it to this point, we want to take an opportunity to say thank you. Since you stayed with us, here's a bonus. There are many organizations that help women in tech, including but not limited to Supermums, Rad Women, Pep Up Tech, Amplify, and WIT Devs, which stands for Women in Tech Developers in the Trailblazer community. Thank you for spending time with us. Make sure you like this video. It helps a lot. Click subscribe and on the notification bell so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on Instagram, Twitter, and on our website at 100daysoftrailhead.com, all of which are listed below. Thank you for learning with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.